Trustee Eric Cowan, Trustee Mike Moret. Our Superintendent of Schools, Mike Miles, joins us, and I'm Miguel Solis, our Board President. We have a translator in the room. Okay. It's now time for the Board to retire to closed session. We will conduct our closed session in this room.
Mr. President.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. President, this is an issue that starts at the top of the organization with the superintendent. I'm sure that the superintendent wants to take full responsibility for his executive staff and their actions while executing the work of the district. The articles in the Dallas Morning News are incredibly condemning to the ISD leadership and unfortunately the entire school district. I am disappointed and dismayed that we are in this place at this time. It is clear to me that the Office of Human Resources is the place where employees believe they can go when their rights have been violated in the workplace. It is the board's responsibility to make sure that all the allegations are thoroughly investigated and to understand why the internal auditor did not report its findings to the entire board. Even if the findings were preliminary, trustees should have known. The trustees should not find ourselves with trustees for the meeting at any time.
Trustee
I'm
Foreman.
doing a video. I can hold her down.
Mr. President,
I'm doing a
I would like to move that Trustee Lou Blackburn actually conduct the meetings regarding this situation because of your closeness with the superintendent.
That's right. Second.
Trustee Foreman and Trustee Nuttall. We are not posted for that particular action at this duty time, at this stated
I don't have to be
time.
posted for the action. I made a motion.
We'll take 1 second. Parliamentarian, would you please remind us of the rules?
According to our general practice, usually it's something that we're actually posted for on the notice.
So
I believe
the motion is not being heard. It is now time for the vote.
Mr. President, I'd like to question the president's ruling,
The president's ruling is that we are not posted for that action.
and I'd like to take a vote on the president's ruling.
Okay?
Your
Before we
mom
do,
sent me that.
could we have legal, we have Ben Barlow here, we have Sonia Hoskins, we have Jack Elrod here. If we are not posted for a vote, and we do vote, is that not a violation? Because we have not, excuse me, I don't believe you're an attorney.
Excuse me, ma'am. Mr. Elrod, please.
I just want to hear from you guys.
We're only posted for a closed session. There's an Attorney General opinion out there that says if you've traditionally posted your agenda notices where it separates open session from closed session, and if for some reason you take a departure from that you could be at risk of violating the Open Meetings Act.
And Mr. Elrod, don't we, could you tell me, do we normally post separate, one for vote, one just for, like discussion?
Point of order, I would like to hear from the other board's attorney. The other board's attorney as well.
In regards to what Attorney Barlow indicated, that is true, that there is an AG's opinion out there that you have to remain consistent with your custom and practice. And so it's been a practice of the ISD to indicate whether it's an open discussion or whether it's a closed meeting. And so we have to be consistent with what has occurred in the past.
Point of order.
Okay. Oh, is it a point of order or a point of information?
It's a point of order that would lead to a substantive information discussion. 3 trustees asked that the agenda be modified within due time to be able to have an open portion of this meeting. That was never responded to. In addition to that, I believe we're in violation of the Open Meetings Act because nothing was posted with respect to the topics of discussion that are otherwise going to be undertaken during closed session. So in both cases right now, we have 2 issues in conflict. One is that there was no open meeting posting with respect to tonight's meeting, which in and of itself, when asked for, should have been done. The second is that to the extent we are going to go into nothing but closed session and have no other opportunity as a body to do any kind of discussion or do any kind of business, then that body is required by law and responsibility to post the topics it will be discussing in closed session.
Opinion going on here, and it's not asking the
There
lawyer
is not a point of order on the floor. We have opinions from our attorneys. We are posted for closed session. It's now time.
Point of information.
Please state your point of information.
session regarding the situation with the superintendent and trustee Nuttall.
We are not posted, trustee Foreman.
Would you please let me finish?
I'm ruling
Would you let
on
me
your
finish?
point of
Would you
information.
let me finish my statement? You can't rule if you don't let me speak.
Please,
That's part of the problem.
please.
We had a closed session regarding the superintendent and trustee Nuttall. We moved at that time for a closed session to have the first vice president to conduct those meetings. Did we not?
That's correct.
Yes, ma'am.
So were we out of order then?
I'd have to go back and look at the posting.
The posting was for closed session.
At the time, I didn't think you were.
Okay, so now we are.
I've just got the posting for tonight's meeting in front of me.
I'm asking a question. We've done this before, and there was no objection.
I don't remember what the posting looked like for that night. I can go take a look at it.
I do. We've done this,
So could we just adjourn? You could go back,
Yeah,
you could
that's
check
fine.
it, and then come back another day. I mean,
I have a
everybody's
point of
got these
information,
questions.
which attorney helped with the, I have a point of information.
Yes, ma'am.
Which attorney helped with this posting of this agenda item?
I did not.
Did you help with the posting? So who's responsible for the posting of this agenda item?
I have posted the agenda item.
And so what is our normal practice in posting agenda items? Do we seek attorney outside to help us with the posting so we can get it correct?
No,
So the board president can post this agenda item without seeking and ignore the email that was sent requesting that this be an open session. Mr. President, is there a reason why you didn't respond to the emails from the three trustees?
one of the
Trustee Foreman, Trustee
Absolutely.
Jones, and myself.
one of the reasons why is because we've had trustees that have copied each other on emails and multiple
Point-
trustees.
point-
Hold on, trustee Baker.
But I'm hearing that 3 trustees, and this really concerns me because we are borderline here on breaking the Opens Meeting Act. So did we have, how many different trustees have been talking to each other?
Trustees can request
Three, how many more are involved in this?
three trustees. We don't get to the bottom of how many involved in a whole lot of DISD.
Well, I can hear that, but now I'm hearing that
Question. 3 trustees by board policy, by board can request for something to be on the agenda. Am I correct?
Trustee Nuttall, I
And
would,
wait. 3, no, Nancy interrupted. 3 trustees by board policy can request something to be on the agenda, correct?
That's correct.
That is our board operating procedures, right?
60
3
days.
trustees can request something to be on the board agenda. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Point of information, that there are also. Point of information, she is out of order.
trustee Jones and trustee Baker.
Yeah, I will try.
Would you please control the chair?
Trustee Jones.
Thank you, sir.
Nancy, didn't I?
Trustees.
Point of information. If you have a closed session, are you not required to absolutely state what are the topics that are there and post that specific or that specificity if that is the only purpose of tonight?
Well, the Open Meetings Act, when you post the particular one, which is the personnel exemption, it depends on certain factors on how specific you need to get in your posting.
So what is our discussion tonight? Because basically there has been no public posting of what we are talking about tonight. The public has no idea what this board is going to go there in closed session to deliberate.
Trustee Jones, we are going to deliberate the appointment, employment evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee,
And who would that
to
be?
hear a complaint or charge against an officer.
I can
or
read.
employee.
I can read,
Trustee Jones,
President.
your point of
Solis, I can read. I just want to know who are the people, what are the topics that we will be discussing in closed session? The public has a right to know that.
Trustee Jones, we are posted for closed session.
I understand that, but the posting is required under the Texas Public Open Meetings Act to actually list the specific topics that are going to be discussed in a closed session. Is that not correct?
Go ahead.
You can say that the general statutory language, it is, it has to be specific, it is going to be of high interest to the general public.
And I believe this is.
And so,
Trustee Jones, we are posted for closed session. It's now time for the board to retire to
Point
closed
of information, I had also asked a second question regarding why it was that the public portion
items added. Board President has up to 60 days to fulfill that request. This is not the first time that this board will be meeting to discuss particular matters,
You said that before.
and we are continuing to have this discussion. This is the beginning of a prudent process that we will take as a board to address multiple issues. We have our lawyers, we have our general counsel, we have our superintendent, and we have 9 trustees convened.
So unilaterally, so if I understand this correctly, President Solis, excuse me, if I understand this correctly, you have unilaterally decided the agenda. You have unilaterally denied the public the right to know what it is this body is doing behind these doors. And that is an absolute violation of the Texas Open Meetings Act.
Trustee Jones, I appreciate your opinion. We are going to retire to closed session to begin a conversation. Trustee Blackburn.
I'm just gonna go back to what Attorney Hoskins said about closed session agenda being specific because of high public nature.
High public interest, yes.
Is that in agreement with the other 2 attorneys?
I agree. Yes, sir.
In light of all the cameras that are here, would you say that this is of high public interest?
In light of all the news.
In light of what you think we're gonna talk about, would you say this is of high public interest? In light of all the newspaper articles that have been written, would you say this is of high public interest?
Yes, it is, if it's based upon that, yes, it is.
Based upon what?
What you just indicated. What was the allegations alleged in the newspaper will be of high public interest.
Okay, appreciate you trying to go around what we're gonna actually talk about, but go ahead.
I'm a little hesitant to give legal advice in public on this, but I'm happy to, we could retire to closed session.
Well, I guess I'm just asking, is the topic of high public interest?
We certainly are.
And Dr. Blackburn, I would agree.
Are we talking?
We are posted. Trustee Jones, I have the floor, and I'm
I'm so sorry.
Thank you very much. We have our attorneys assembled, our general counsel, our superintendent. We have closed session posted to address issues. That's what we'll do as a board. We will retire to closed session and conduct our closed session in this room with everyone assembled. Pursuant to the Texas Government Code Section 551 concerning any and all purposes permitted by the Act, including but not limited to the following section, which I've stated and I'll state again for the record. 551.074. To deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, or to hear a complaint or charge against an officer or employee. Time now.
Wait a minute.
Would it be out of order for us to let the public know
Not at all.
who or what we're gonna be talking about?
You're absolutely correct, Dr.
I
Vice.
was stated in the first place.
That was my original point of order, was to make sure we specifically state what it is we're going into that back room to discuss.
Absolutely. Thank you all for your opinions, for your suggestions. Dr. Blackburn, thank you for stating your suggestion in particular. We will retire to closed session to discuss recent employment changes in our Human Capital Management Department, and to also discuss any internal investigation or internal review related to those matters. We will discuss this with our board attorneys, with our general counsel. We will also ask Superintendent Miles to opine on the particular matter as it relates to he and his administration. This is what we've been discussing, and I foresee multiple discussions continuing after this initial discussion. I believe it's prudent that we first look at the facts through the lens of the law and litigation. That's why our attorneys and our general counsel are here. The public deserves to know that this board as a whole is conducting a thorough, objective review of any situations or details concerned with those situations in any public matter that has been stated in the Dallas Morning News and other publications. The public deserves to know. The board will do the duty of the citizens, and we will continue this process. This is the beginning of a long process, I foresee. The time now is 6:31 p.m., and we are in closed session.